Everyone, so today I am going to make a video about the pagan community and all of the negativity and the real lack of community that is being shown within the pagan community, specifically the online YouTube pagan community. And I guess this all kind of started for me. I noticed it a couple days ago when Charming Pixie Flora made her goodbye video talking about how she possibly won't ever post YouTube videos again on paganism and spirituality and whatnot because of all the negativity that she's been getting and the negative comments from a lot of different viewers and individuals. And it's very I mean, you know that there has to be a problem when, you know, Charming Pixie Flora, who is probably one of like the most notorious pagan vloggers and someone who is just like a ball of sunshine, and she's always positive, and you probably know her, so I don't really need to explain. But for her to say something like that and her to be like affected, it's like there's definitely an issue going on, and I don't understand why the community of pagans, Wiccans, witches, whatever, has become so narcissistic and self-righteous and like just plain immature. Like, people are being so childish when it comes to their beliefs and expressing them, and they don't know how to handle when somebody else has a different point of view from them. And it's just really unfortunate because the majority of us are adults and we should be able to accept other people for their differences. Even in our own community, we're all really not that different. We all have a lot of similarities, and that's why we're on YouTube, like, talking about them. But yeah, we're still different enough so we can share our opinions, and that's what the whole purpose of this is. I'm not here making videos, people aren't out making videos so that you can come and tell us that our beliefs are wrong, that you can tell us that we are fake, you can tell people that, you know, they aren't right and that they're stupid for believing what they believe in. Like, that is just kind of the opposite of the intention of most people for making these YouTube videos. And your comments, like, they're making people feel horrible about themselves. It's like, what is the purpose? I don't understand what you were trying to achieve by saying all of these mean and nasty, rude things to people via social networking. It just doesn't make any sense, and it really has no purpose or place, and in all honesty is going against what so many people preach about. You know what I'm saying? Like, pagans on YouTube, on blogs, forums, wherever, real life, they go on about everybody I know is so judgmental, and I'm so open-minded, and blah 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 blah. I'm so accepting. Why can't other people be so accepting of me and be accepting of other people? Because I just accept everyone. La 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 di da di da. But then they go and they get all upset when someone disagrees with what they think and what they believe in, and it's like, okay, this is a major, major contradiction to what you're supposedly all about. And, I mean, hello, we all have differences, we all have different opinions, like, that's just part of life. I don't know if you know this, but, you know, you're gonna come across someone, someday, you probably already have, that, disagrees with what you say. I know, it is, like, below your mind, I don't understand it either, but, in all seriousness, just because someone has a different point of view or a different opinion or a different way of doing things or whatever does not give you the right to nitpick every little detail of every single thing they do, because, like, that just doesn't make any sense. Just because I do one thing one way does not mean that you have to do it the exact same way. That is by far, like, a absolute ridiculous idea to have. And I mean, like, it's just, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And, you know, there's no right or wrong way to practice witchcraft, paganism, whatever. It's not set in stone. There are no, like, religious texts cults or anything, and that's the great part. That's the awesome part. This is why I am a pagan, or consider myself a pagan, or whatever. I have very complicated beliefs, and I can do a whole different video on that. But this is why I love being a pagan. I have decided what I believe in all on my own. I've had nobody tell me, oh, this is right, and this is what you should do. I've nobody, and if somebody's tried to, I haven't listened to them. I've come to this all on my own. And I think that's a really, really, really great thing about pagans, is that they've all just decided for themselves what they want to believe in. And it's completely different from everybody else. And then you have these ignorant people still within our own community who are just saying, well, no, that's not right. That's not what you do. You can't do that. It's like, are you dumb? Like, yes, I can, because it's my own decision. And it's really frustrating, this whole thing with, like, fluffy witches. Like, I don't get that either, because it's like, well, what the hell is what the hell is a fluffy witch? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's the problem with being, like, all into, you know, magical tools and things like that, for being into paganism, not just for the spirituality. Paganism is more than just the spiritual aspect, and I think that's in a lot of people's videos, and a lot of people talk about the spiritual aspect of being, like, a pagan or a witch, and they only talk about they only focus on that part. They only focus on, you know, being devoted to whatever energy, god or goddess, or whatever you know, worship, so to speak. That's what the primary focus on is. Like, oh, you have to find what you believe in. It's like, not necessarily. Paganism is a lifestyle. It's not just your religion. It's not just your spiritual beliefs. It's your entire lifestyle. And when it comes to doing your magical practices and, you know, working with herbs or crystals or whatever, and things that you have to buy, and the materialistic side of it, like, that's just part of your lifestyle. Some people are more materialistic than others, and that doesn't mean that their religion is wrong or their spiritual ideas are wrong. That just means that they're a different person from who you are. Like, it has nothing. People just get in each other's business so much that it's just, like, craziness. It doesn't make any sense, because I like to buy things. I like all of my magical tools. They are awesome to work with. They are part of my lifestyle. They are part of my everyday practice. And sometimes that doesn't even have to do with my spiritual ideas. It just has to do with an everyday life thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how I live my life. And I'm not going to let anybody else tell me how to live my life. And nobody else should tell you how to live your life. It's your life. And when you go on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Tumblr and blogs and all over the internet telling people what they've done wrong with whatever they're doing, what's right, what they believe, it's like, okay, yeah, thank you for your input, thank you, that's really nice, but this is how I do it. I'm on YouTube showing you how I do things. You do not, by any means, have to do it like I do. We're just sharing information. That's all it is. It's like having a conversation where you don't have to have people constantly interrupting you. Like, that's my views and opinions on YouTube. That's really what I think is all going on here. I'm just telling you about what I'm doing, like, and if you want to take some inspiration and change it, that's what I do. Like, I watch a video, I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea, but this is how I'm going to change it. Or like, oh, that's cool, but I don't have that specific item, so I'm just going to substitute it for something. That's totally okay. It's just learning. You're just learning and absorbing information, and whether you believe it or not, or want to use that information or not, that's totally up to you, but that's just all people are trying to do. Plain and simple. It's really an uncomplicated concept that people are blowing way out of proportion. And why be so hypocritical? Like, people always get on, you know, Christians, like, especially Christians, pagans bash Christians. Sometimes I even think more than Christians bash pagans. Like, I know some pretty, like, uptight, self-righteous Christians, but not once have I really heard anybody specifically tell me that paganism was wrong yeah, they probably think it is, but they've never told me that. I don't go around preaching, like, hallelujah to the horned god. That's not what I do. I just, you know, it's a quiet thing that I do in my room or whatever. It's just me. I'm solitary. That's all I do. And I mean, like, you think, well, what's wrong with being a Christian? Nothing. What's wrong with being a pagan? Nothing. What's wrong with being whatever? Nothing. There's nothing wrong in believing in whatever it is that you choose to believe in. You can't tell somebody else what is right and what is wrong, unless it's something like, okay, like, for instance, if you're watching a video and someone is, you know, genuinely spreading hate about something, obviously you probably have a right to say something because that's wrong and that should be stopped and not tolerated. But you cannot spread that kind of negativity yourself. That's not how the universe works, okay? And what goes around does come around, so you really need to watch what you say to people, especially because it's so easy on the internet to just say whatever and not really think about it. Like, you think about how many comments people get, especially like bigger YouTubers, like they get, and not just in the pagan community, but everywhere, about, you know, being fake or, you know, telling them that what they are saying is wrong, or, and not having any justification behind it, or not saying it politely. That can ruin someone's day. You either have just ruined someone's good day or made someone's bad day even worse by posting your stupid, rude comment that you probably didn't think through. So next time that you go to comment on a video that you probably disagree with or you probably have an opposing opinion to, just think to yourself, is this comment gonna ruin someone's day? Is this comment gonna make somebody feel like shit? Because if it is, if you even have the slightest thought that maybe it will, don't post it. There's a polite way to go about contradicting with someone's opinion. You can say, for instance, you watch a video like this, or watch, you know, another video where people are sharing their opinions. I appreciate and respect that you have gone on to the internet and posted this opinion for all to see and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for sharing, but this is what I think, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I see where you're coming from. Take the time to really think about what the person is saying before you comment and formulate your own opinion instead of just jumping on whatever thought you think first, and then you can comment. And it'll be polite. I don't mind discussion, criticism. You can oppose to what I'm saying all you like. But be polite about it. Because why be rude? Why be mean? And why be so self-righteous in what you think? That's not how you make friends. That's not how you be a better person. And that's, you know, that's really not the general belief amongst most pagans, which is to be, you know, relatively accepting of other people. So I think that everybody watching this video and everybody who's not watching this video should probably, or just someone spread the word, let's all take a minute, deep breath, and realize everyone is different. Everyone has different opinions and beliefs and ways to go about doing things. And we should just let it be. Just let it be. Because, really, what are you going to accomplish by being a douchebag?